Hi, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your August 25th to the 31st, 2024 reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously, so thank you so very much for doing so. And if you're interested in a private reading, check out my website, daneharttarot.com. All the information and prices are in the description box below. So, yeah, feel free to check that out, and I look forward to reading for you. Now, before we begin this reading, we're going to clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. And by listening to the singing bowl, Spirit tells me a lot about the energy that's coming forward. So let's take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into the safe and loving space. All right, Scorpio, let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Actually, we're just going to see how far this takes us. Interesting. Okay, so we're crowned with the Tower. We then have the Hangman reversed. We have the Page of Swords. We have the Eight of Wands. We have the Two of Swords. We have the Emperor reversed. Interesting. That's Aries energy. We then have the Five of Swords, the Six of Swords reversed, the King of Wands, the Queen of Swords, the King of Swords, and Temperance. Okay. Okay, I really like this reading. I know you're going to be like, but it's crowned by the Tower. It's terrible, Dane. It's not. It's really not, I assure you. So let me just make sure everything is in frame. Perfect. You can see it all. That is so important. Okay. So, with the Tower crowning everything, this week from the 25th to the 31st is going to be a time of immense change. We're going to see that there's some sort of there's just going to be a deep change that comes forward that really changes the way we look at our world, at ourselves, how we are moving forward. And it kind of it blows our mind a bit. It's like, oh, wow, I never thought of it like that. It can be a good thing. It can be a not so good thing. It can be a intense time. But we're also coming out of a really intense time where we thought, oh my gosh, it's all my fault, right? If only I wasn't like me, if only I fit in with everybody else, everything would be okay. And is this my group? Is this my group? Is this my group over here? Know if you found this channel. If you're here, let this be your group. Let this be your group because here we find a group of people that have never really fit in and who are finding their space and their place by being uniquely and beautifully themselves. And so here, stop thinking it's your problem because you would fix things that need to be fixed and fix things that need to be fixed. You'll know it. But here it's like stop blaming yourself. That's just not going to be cool. All right, so just be aware of this, Scorpio. That's going to be very important. Now let's see what Spirit has to say. And then we'll get into the beautiful King and Queen of Swords right here because I love that. I love that for you. All right. Now, if you're interested in entering to receive a free reading, you have to do three things. You have to like, you have to comment with a butterfly. So I know you want to be in the running for a reading because some people don't. And you have to subscribe. Now, everybody, the person who wins has to be the one who emails me. Do not try and do sneaky things because that's not cool. Okay. So just letting everybody know, like, comment, and subscribe, comment with a butterfly. And the person who wins has to be the one who emails me. All right. Okay. Or else we have to stop this. And I don't want to stop this. This is to say thank you for you guys being so wonderful and for this being such a fantastic community. All right, let's see here. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Here we have dependability. It is being dependable. It is having those in your life that you can rely on, that you can, lean on. Dependability is so important. And for me personally, it's a very sexy personality trait to be dependable, to be strong, to be reliable. And so when we have that coming in, we are embracing our power and we're kind of showcasing that power to the rest of the world, which is a beautiful, beautiful thing. So dependability coming forward, which is a sense of being grounded in ourselves, even if we are growing, even if we are evolving, even if we're questioning things, that's going to be really important, that dependability. It moves us to our chakra energy. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Okay, so we have the heart chakra coming through. We have play and we have the inner child. So here we're open to play. This is also laughter. So putting on a comedy that just makes you laugh and laugh and laugh. It raises your energy vibration. It is so uplifting and joyous to you. It really helps your energy vibration, your soul, yourself, your very being. So play is so important. And also know that we as human beings, we don't play unless we feel safe. So embracing play here is going to be a very important thing. Doing things during this week that are just joyous to you, whether it's watching a baseball game or it's, going for a run or it's, cooking or whatever it is. Embracing play is going to be so important. And then the inner child is reversed. Making sure that we see ourselves, the very essence of ourselves, which shone so beautifully when we were small. Before the world told us you have to be this, you have to be that. Oh, that's so silly. Before we got wounded along the way. So taking time to connect with who you are or who you were and who you are still, because that inner child still lives within us. Who you were when you were 5 years old or younger. And just even visualizing you with your younger self, with your child self, and loving them. No reprimand, no disappointment, no, oh my gosh, kid, you won't believe what happens, type of thing. But I love you. And I will always love you. Embracing that imagery around you when you were small. I always think of the Bee Gees song, when I was small and Christmas trees were tall, that energy coming forward. Thinking of you when you were small. And just holding you close. That's going to be healing. And you need that healing around that energy. Because it's very important. There's something that you're blaming yourself for, or that somebody had said, this is your fault, right? Your parents could have been having a fight, and one of your parents could have turned to your guardians or whomever could have turned to you and said, this is your fault. It is not your fault. They're grown adults. It's not your fault. Okay? Embracing healing, embracing connection with your soul, that's important here. And it moves us then to our energy to be mindful of. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. This is the Princess of Wands, fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Now, we do have the Emperor here reversed, meaning that we're having a bit of difficulty with Aries energy. Time frame, March 21st to April 19th. April 19th? Yeah, April 19th. So here it can be having difficulty with an Aries energy, but you have very immature, very fiery energy, like energy that is more than ready to have a fight, energy that doesn't, have all the fully formed answers or ideas, but is again more than willing to fight, to be aggressive, to be angry, to say, no, it has to be this way, because they're handling things very childishly, very much having a temper tantrum. So being aware of this is going to be super important. We are crowned here with the Tower. And the Tower is intensity. This is going to be an intense week. Just know it doesn't have to be a bad week at all. The Tower time can be a time where people are always celebrating you. Like they're celebrating you during this time, but you're like, oh, wow, everything is changing, right? It can be getting a promotion at work or a new job or getting married or having children or, all the big things in life that people are like, oh my God, this is so great. And then it's like, yeah, but how the heck do I do this? So it can be a Tower time. So being aware of that, that's going to be super important. But it's also having our foundation shaken. It's like, how do I do this? How do I move forward this way? Where is it that I want to be? How is it that I'm going after, I can't go back, right? It's never going to be quite the same. And just even that knowledge, even if everything isn't scary around us, just that knowledge can be a lot. It moves us to thinking, I've seen it wrong, right? The hangman reverse is like, I've seen it wrong. I haven't gotten this right, but yet we're here with the Page of Swords, which is air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We have a very strong connection here with air sign energy. We also have air sign energy coming through here quite prominently in this reading. It's connecting with your voice. It's connecting with the voice you had as a child. It's not being childish, okay? With the Page of Swords, it's connecting with your voice. It's saying, this is what I want. This is what I need. This is what's important to me. It's being a student. When it's kind of like, okay, hush up and listen, that's going to be important here as well. Be quiet, listen, take it in, and then move forward. So you're going to be seeing that you learn a lot through observing things like a child would, taking it all in like a child would. And then the Eight of Wands is things move very, very fast. You also need to connect with your inner child voice, with your sense of, what is it that I want? The questioning, the seeking, the deeper diving, everything moves very quickly this week. And we start to see that roads are opening up, pathways are opening up, that we didn't think like, oh, my life is going to take this turn. We're going to be like, oh, but why not try this? Why not do this? Why not look at this? So being aware of that, being opened to new ideas, especially since kind of the route that we were taking is going to be a little bit overwhelming to us. And there's going to be some sort of hurdle. There's going to be some sort of roadblock. There's going to be something that happens that you're like, but I was supposed to be doing this. I saw me doing this for quite some time. And then you could have a scuffle with somebody, like a little bit of a disagreement. You're like, you know what? I'm just going to leave. I'm not going to do this anymore. That'll be the best way to solve this problem, type of thing. And then you see yourself on a different path, but you also see yourself embracing your voice and what you want and what you're moving towards, and really stating, okay, this is where I want to be. Like in my life, this is what I'm going after. We're taking the reins of something. We're also working against tyrant energy as we're seeing new paths open up, meaning that we're working against being a tyrant to ourselves. You have to be just like this. This is what success looks like. This is what prosperity is. But we're also going to be working against and seeing ourselves come up against somebody who's very used to being, the emperor, the ruler of their own little domain. And it's like, okay, you can rule all of them, but I have sovereignty of being. And I'm going to move forward in the power of me and what I want and who I am and where I'm going. And so with the Emperor reverse, yes, it can be negative Aries energy. It can be, in our chart or in our lives. But it's also going to be, no, you don't get to dictate my life, my soul, and myself for me anymore. And I'm also not going to respond to being yelled at, to being manipulated, I always see the Emperor reverse very much as Nero energy, right? Who played their fiddle as Rome burnt, but who is also, one of the theories around the burning of Rome and Nero is that he wanted to make his palace even bigger, but he couldn't because, a pesky, big city was there, right? Rome was there. And so he burnt down what he wanted to burn down so he could expand his palace. It's like, I will take what I want at any cost. And that's not where we're at, Scorpio. That is never where a good Scorpio is at. It is that I'm going to embrace what I need in life in order to expand as I connect with spirit. I'm going to see my soul, I'm going to see myself, and I'm going to open the way. And it leads us to the Five of Swords. We're not the same person that we were. We're not playing this game the same way that we did. And if our world wasn't shaken up, and this doesn't happen just now, though something's going to happen that is like, oh my gosh, not again. Not again. It's not again. It's not going to be a really big deal, but it is going to be important. But it's also you taking the reins this time and saying, no, I am not going to be bullied. I'm tired of being, pushed around. I'm standing in my power and self, always coming from a place of love and respect and kindness. Do unto others as you'd have done unto you is a fantastic rule just to live by in life. And then here, it's like, I'm embracing my power and myself. The Six of Swords reversed, there's this real sense of like things are moving so quickly, but we want things to move even faster. And Spirit's like, whoa, 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 whoa. Just be mindful about this. Just be mindful. We can get frustrated and be like, okay, go faster, go faster, go faster. I need to be here, but now it's this time frame. This is what people are saying, and this is what I need. And it's like, no. Slow it down. Slow it down, and you're entering into the mist. You're entering into the unknown. So you want to drive more slowly, right? You want to steer the ship more cautiously. And it brings us to the King of Wands. You are going to be very drawn to people who are very passionate, during this time. Okay. They can be tyrannical in their passion. Yes. So do be mindful about that. But this is passion. This is creativity. This is also somebody who's transforming. You're going to find yourself during this time drawn to people who are in a transition in their lives. And you're going to be like, wow, this is really funny. Everybody's like, in this transitional period. And that's because it's part of the tower time that you're healing from and coming out of, that you're stepping into this place of transition, this place of power, this place of I'm finding my footing and my voice again. With the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords, this is a soulmate connection, true love connection. Okay. Now, this doesn't have to be romantic. A true love does not have to be a romantic love, and love does not have to be romantic, right? And a soulmate connection does not have to be romantic. A soulmate connection is a part of your soul that you are connecting with from a past life. If you believe that, or just somebody whose soul sings to your soul. And that could be a friend, that could be a coworker, that could be an acquaintance, but it's going to be somebody who you're like, wow, I really get this person, or I really get this energy. It could be, listening to somebody online. It doesn't really matter, but this person is going to speak to your soul. Is going to speak to your greater knowledge, is going to help you embrace the power of your voice, your determination, your focus, your integrity of self, your opening up of the door. And there's balance that's coming here. The Queen of Swords is the most masculine of the queens. And then you have, you have the King of Wands, and you have the King of Swords, which are the two most masculine of the kings. So there's a real sense of very strong sacred masculine energy. We're very mindful and can be a little bit skittish of it because we've had tyrannical masculine energy in our lives. Just because we have dealt with immature masculine energy does not mean that that's the only energy out there. Just like if you've dealt with immature feminine energy, that does not mean it's the only energy out there. And immature does not have to mean age, right? It's just the way they handle themselves. I don't like saying positive, masculinity or femininity, or negative masculinity or femininity, because I feel like that's confusing. But it's when somebody is being immature, and it's when somebody's being mature. And we want the maturity of being and of self and of distinction. So being aware of this is going to be super important during this time. We're going to be drawn to people who are passionate. We are also going to be drawn to people who speak rather plainly. It's like, okay, they might not be the most polished in the way that they present themselves auditorially, like speaking wise, but they're going to speak plainly, and you know where you stand with them. And that's going to be really important to you, because it's like, okay, this person's straight shooting. I get this. I like this. With the Queen of Swords as well, it's going to be very much, I'm going to say what I'm going to do, and you're going to know exactly where I stand. If I'm not interested, I'll tell you I'm not interested. It can come off blunt, and it can come off, a little bit like, oh, they're not playing the game. Especially us as water sign energies, we like to play the game of emotions, like, that sense of, I don't know what it is. It's like the social game, right? I'm going to ask you how your day is. I'm going to pretend to care, that type of stuff that everybody engages in. This person is going to be a little bit more blunt. They'll be like, you know what? I'm having a really bad day. I can't right now. And you're going to be like, wow, that's rude. I just asked you how you were. Now you're supposed to ask me how I am. That's how it goes. And so just be mindful about this during this time, because it can be affronting to us. But it's also going to be like, I can say that too then, right? I don't have to pretend. I can be a little bit more blunt and a little bit more honest with what I need, and really connect with what I want. And again, this isn't being rude. I'm not promoting that at all. Neither is spirit, but it's just the sense of being much more straightforward. So just being like, again, it's not that social dance that sometimes can be exhausting at times, but it's also always remember your manners. I'm very big with that. It moves us then to temperance. It moves us to a place of balance, to a place of deeper understanding. You are also going to find that there are very clever people in your life during this week. So just be aware of that. There's really good information coming your way, even if it's not always wrapped in the shiniest of packages. It's going to be clever. It's going to be concise. It's going to be precise. And you're going to see that a lot of balance comes through. Now, this is temperance. This is Sagittarius energy. November 22nd to December 21st is the time frame. And if we're born on the cusp with Sagittarius, if we have Sagittarius energy in our chart, this comes through very positively and powerfully. This is truth also. And so when we have the King and Queen of Swords come forward, when we have temperance, which is truth, come forward in harmony, we are going to need to have truth and harmony of our words and of what we want. This is going to be a time to speak plainly, even to ourselves. Like, it's not going to be that we have to, we don't have to speak plainly to everybody and make everybody know our emotions and feelings and that type of stuff. But we do need to speak plainly to ourselves and say, what is it that I really want? And where is it that I really want to be? And how is it that I need to move forward for me? And just that deep understanding and connection, that's going to be really important this week because things have fallen apart because they're being rebuilt. Because you're rebuilding something stronger and better. And this is going to be the week where you're like, you know what? No, I'm not doing that. And you know what? I'm not the same person that I was. And no, I'm not going to be bossed around. And no, I'm not wrong. And it's not arrogance or, obstinance that we are dealing with. It's this true sense of, I know what I am, I know who I am, and I know where I want to be. And I'm holding on to the power of my soul and myself with integrity and with determination. It moves us then to our subconscious energy to be mindful of from spirit, which is fortitude. We can falter. We cannot feel as strong. Subconsciously, we might be like, oh my gosh, I'm so overwhelmed and everything is so much, but people aren't seeing that. So just knowing that, we're holding really true to ourselves and really embracing our power, that's going to be really important. It moves us then to our subconscious chakra message, which is determination. And this is the solar plexus chakra. We are determined to get to where we want to be in life. And this is going to be one of those spring, moments where we're springing forward, there we go, to where it is that we want to be if we trust ourselves, if we trust our God, and if we stand in our power. It moves us then to our energy to be mindful of, which is the Prince of Wands. Again, fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So we have the King of Wands right here. The Prince of Wands is the Knight of Wands in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. And it's impetuousness. It is just charging forward for the sake of charging forward. It is a sense of letting our tempers get the best of us. It's getting frustrated, it's getting angry, it's getting overwhelmed, and letting that, strike forward. But also, it can be, we need to be mindful of people who seem like they have it all figured out, because we also have, the page of pentacles here to be, the page of wands here to be mindful of, where it's like people seem to have it all figured out. They have a spark, they have a fire to them. These people are highly persuasive. They are charismatic as all heck. And if they weren't nearly as charismatic, they would never get anywhere. So just be mindful about this. But this can also be a rushing energy. You need to go faster. You need to go faster. I think it's very interesting that it has been placed over the Six of Wands reversed, where the Six of Swords, I do apologize, reversed, where it's like speed up, even though you can't see clearly where you're going. So here it's more like, okay, be mindful of this energy, be mindful of people who are urging you forward without clarity and insight. It moves us then to our subconscious tarot message, which is the Nine of Cups reversed. We can be waiting for people to celebrate us and feeling like people have come to the table and people see us and understand us. And this can be a time where it's harder. It's like, oh, it doesn't matter if they see me. It matters if I see me. And that's going to be the really important thing here. But we can get really discouraged because it's like, well, why aren't you supporting me? Like, why isn't this group or this place or these people who I thought were supposed to support me, I thought were on my side, why aren't they? And then we can really start to question our dreams. It doesn't even have to be that they say anything. It can be a look that we get. And it's like, wow, okay, you don't like me, or you don't believe in me, or you don't think I can do it. And it's going to sting. And Spirit's like, okay, see that? Prove them wrong. Prove them wrong, Scorpio. Because this is the week too. This is the week to embrace your power, to know that you have been forged, that the tower time that you have been through has been an intensity to shape you into the blade that you are, to shape you into the powerful, distinguished person that you are, who cuts through bull, who cuts through nonsense, who moves forward in the power of your voice and what you want, and embracing also the power of your voice. All right, Scorpio, I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. And please note that this meditation and healing will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony. Scorpio, may blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. God bless. And have a blessed week. Bye.